Hello ladies and gentlemen. In this video, we are going to cover the current affairs. For mobile optimized ebooks, please install GKToday Academy app. For regular updates, please join our Telegram channel. The link is given in the description box as well as in the pinned comment, or you can directly search it by the name of GKToday YouTube. Now let's start. Chacha is a popular festival of which Indian state or union territory? So, it is a popular festival of Mizoram and it is celebrated to welcome the spring season. Now, this festival is celebrated by all people of the state and people participate in the dance and musical events including the traditional bamboo dance Cherao. Bipasa Chakrabarti was recently appointed as the Communications Director of which technological company's Indian arm? So, right answer is Facebook India. So, Ms. Bipasa Chakrabarti has been appointed as the Communication Director of Facebook India. Now, if we talk about Facebook, recently Facebook was also in news because of GOAL. GOAL stands for Going Online as Leaders. So, this is a collaboration between Facebook and Ministry of Tribal Affairs. And the objective of this initiative is to create a platform for young tribal girls to emerge as the leaders of community. In the context of recent Supreme Court ruling on right of an organization to receive foreign contributions, what does FCRA stands for? So FCRA stands for Foreign Contribution Regulation Act, and recently Supreme Court ruled that an organization supporting the public cause by the legitimate means of opposition like bandh or with the help of hartal cannot be deprived of its right to receive foreign funding. It should be noted that the foreign funding of NGO, that means non-governmental organization, is monitored using FCRA. FCRA stands for Foreign Contribution Regulation Act. So this is the act which monitors the foreign funding of these organizations, and this act was enacted in 2010. Who is the chairperson of recently reconstituted National Platform for Disaster Risk Reduction? Right answer is Union Home Minister. So, Mr. Amit Shah is the chairperson of recently reconstituted National Platform for Disaster Risk Reduction. Now, if we talk about Mr. Amit Shah, recently he was in news as he chaired Eastern Zonal Council. So, this Zonal Council meeting held in Bhubaneswar in Odisha. If we talk about Zonal Council, it is a statutory body which has been constituted as per the provisions of State Reorganization Act of 1956. Now, if we talk about Odisha, it was also in news as it was the host of first ever University Games edition of Khelo India Games. That means first ever Khelo India University Games. And in these games, Punjab University of Chandigarh won the maximum number of medals. Odisha was also in news because of Mission Purvodaya. Answer in comment box, what is the objective of this Mission Purvodaya? The Ministry of Women and Child Development organized a discussion on the future of work, women in India's workforce, in association with which global organization? So, for this, Ministry of Women and Child Development partnered with the World Bank. Present Minister of Women and Child Development is Ms. Smriti Irani. Her constituency is Amethi. Amethi is in Uttar Pradesh. Uttar Pradesh was also in news as it was the host of this year's Defense Expo. Now, Ms. Smriti Irani was also in news as recently she launched Yasaswini scheme in Goa. Goa was also in news as it is going to be the host of this year's National Games. Answer in comment box, what is the mascot of this year's National Games? Apart from that, Goa was also in news as IDSA has been renamed after the former Chief Minister of Goa, Mr. Manohar Parrikar. Answer in comment box, what is the full form of IDSA? What is the theme of campaign conducted by Indian Railways to celebrate International Women's Day? So the name of this campaign is Each for Equal, and this campaign started from 1st of March to 10th of March to celebrate the International Women's Day, and International Women's Day is celebrated on 8th of March. And the theme of this campaign is Each for Equal. Apart from that, the Indian Railway is also focusing on Sea Inspires Us. So this campaign highlights the inspiring stories of women achievers. Now, if we talk about Indian Railways, recently RPF, that is Railway Protection Force, has been renamed as Indian Railways Protection Force Service. Apart from that, Indian Railway was also in news as recently the chairman of Railway Board was given extension of 1 year. Answer in comment box, who is the chairman of Railway Board? Which state or union territory has recently launched a school health education plan called Student Health Card? So the name of this union territory is Jammu and Kashmir. So this initiative has been started by the Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir. Now, the state of Jammu and Kashmir was bifurcated into 2 union territories on 31st of October. One union territory is Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir, another one is Ladakh. Now the LG of, that means Lieutenant Governor of Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir, is Mr. G.C. Murmu. 31st of October is also celebrated as National Unity Day. It is the birth anniversary of Sardar Patel. Recently, Sardar Patel was in news as the second tallest statue of Sardar Patel was inaugurated in Gujarat in Ahmedabad. Now, if we talk about Gujarat, recently Gujarat was in news as the 13th Conference of Parties of CMS, that is Convention on the Conservation of Migratory Species, held in Gujarat. And the mascot of this event was GB, that is Great Indian Bustard. What is the profession of Barry John, who is recently selected for the Lifetime Achievement Honor in 2020 Mehta Awards? So, right answer is Theatre Director. So, Mr. Barry John is Theatre Director and Mehta stands for Mahindra Excellence in Theatre Awards. According to the recent study of United Nations Global Compact, India, what is the female labor force participation in our country in 2020? So, right answer is 24.8%. So, as per the study conducted by UNGC India, the female labor force participation in our country has declined from 34% in 2006 to 24.8% in 2020. So, it clearly shows a gender gap in labor force participation. Now, if we talk about gender gap, there is a gender gap index which is prepared by World Economic Forum. And as per this index, India is on 112nd position. On the other hand, Bangladesh is the top performing country in South Asia as per this gender gap index. Bangladesh is on 50th position. Now, if we talk about World Economic Forum, the recent meeting of World Economic Forum held in Davos, and in this meeting, Mr. Piyush Goyal led the Indian delegation. Now, coming back to this labor force participation study, so the study also found that India is the only country among 153 countries where economic gender gap is larger than the political gap. Now, the same story is repeated in the gender gap index of World Economic Forum. In that case also, India is performing quite better in political participation. What is the rank of India in the Freedom in World 2020 report, which is published by US-based NGO Freedom House? So, India's ranking is 83rd. Now, this report is published by US-based NGO Freedom House. It should be noted that as per this report, India has become one of the world's least free democracies. Which country recently announced an emergency fund of $8.3 billion for tackling the coronavirus outbreak? So, this country is USA. Now, this outbreak of coronavirus started from Wuhan in China. And the official name of disease due to coronavirus is COVID-19. And this name was given by WHO, that is World Health Organization. Now, if we talk about China, China is the host of 2022 Winter Olympic Games. On the other hand, the 2026 Winter Olympic Games are going to be in Italy. Italy was also in news as recently it decided to impose digital tax on the various digital companies. It is similar to GAFA tax of France. GAFA stands for Google, Apple, Facebook, Amazon. Now, if we talk about coronavirus, the first case of coronavirus in India was found in Kerala. what is the new official name of Mars 2020 rover of NASA? So the official name is Perseverance. NASA stands for National Aeronautics and Space Administration. It is a space agency of USA. Now, if we talk about this rover, so it is going to search the sign of microbial life on Mars. Mars is also known as Red Planet. Now, if we talk about USA, USA is going to be the host of this year's G7 summit. The last year G7 summit held in France. It should be noted that this FATF is also a G7 initiative. FATF stands for Financial Action Task Force. And recently FATF decided to continue Pakistan in grey list. The headquarters of FATF is in France, in Paris. And it is in the Secretariat of OECD. That is Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development. Now OECD conducts PISA. Answer in comment box, what is the full form of PISA? Namaste is a portal of which Union Ministry of India? So it is a portal of Ministry of Ayush. And this Namaste stands for National Ayush Morbidity and Standardized Terminologies Electronic Portal. So it has been developed by Ministry of Ayush. Ayush Ministry also developed NAMC, that is National Ayurveda Morbidity Codes, and it is a comprehensive classification of diseases described in, and these codes are available on this Namaste portal. Which state has recently announced subsidy for orthodox tea growers in its budget? So this state is Assam, and during its budget it provided special subsidy initiatives for the orthodox tea growers to provide them financial support. Now Assam was also in news as it was the host of this year's Khelo India Youth Games. Assam was also in news because of Abhinandan scheme. Answer in comment box, what is the objective of this Abhinandan scheme? Now if we talk about Khelo India Youth Games, Maharashtra won the maximum number of medals in this event, while Haryana was on second position in terms of medal tally. Now Maharashtra was also in news as recently India's first electric bus service, that means intercity bus service, was started in Maharashtra. Apart from that, Maharashtra was also in news because of 5-day-a-week initiative. That means government employees will have to work for 5 days and they will get 2 days as holiday. Maharashtra was also in news because of the cabinet decision to set up the 13th major port in Maharashtra. Answer in comment box, it will be set up at which place in Maharashtra? Which state launched an initiative called Safe Homes to provide safe accommodation to the inter-caste and inter-religious couples? So this is an initiative of Kerala government to provide accommodation to the couples who have married outside their caste or religion. So the objective is to ensure their safety and security. Now, if we talk about Kerala, Kerala was also in news as recently it approached Supreme Court under Article 131 in the context of CAA, that is Citizenship Amendment Act. Apart from that, Kerala was also in news as recently it decided to ban CFL and filament bulbs. Kerala was also in news as recently the first LNG bus service of India was started in Kochi in Kerala. BARC, which has been named as the top NGO of the world, is from which country? So, Bangladesh. Secured the first position for the 5th consecutive year, and it is a international development organization. It was set up in 1972, and this NGO aimed at helping the returning of war refugees with help and rehabilitation projects. So it is a Bangladesh based NGO. Now if we talk about Bangladesh, Bangladesh was also in news as it became the first state in South Asia to start e-passport service. Apart from that, Bangladesh was also in news as recently Bangladesh team won Under 19 Cricket World Cup. Apart from that, recently Australian team won the T20 Women's World Cup. Australia won it by defeating India. Answer in comment box, who is the present captain of T20 Women's team of India? So these were the important questions of today's quiz. Thank you, and that's all for the day.